President at bottom of the 420th inning. So there's a crack in the bat. It's hit. He's running. He's rounding first. He's rounding second, completely ignoring third base. Oh, he's sliding head first into 69th base with Doug Mellard.
What it is. Welcome to 69th Base, the podcast where I make fun of really horrible sports takes from sports analysts that have no clue what they're talking about. I'm your host, Doug Mellard. Got a fun one for you. My boy Mikey Ayers is back. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about whether or not Emmitt Smith is a hypocrite. Did Skip Bayless give up on Dak Prescott? We're going to talk about Tom Brady, the Cowboy. Is there parity in the NBA? Antonio Brown is still making great music, you guys. We'll start a rumor and much more. But I want to bring in Mikey right away. Here he is, guys. Good to have you back, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. Feels like forever. I miss you so much.
Yeah, it's been, 6-8 weeks?
There's been a hole in my heart.
I'm not to apologize, guys. I have a lollipop in my mouth, so if you hear some strange sounds, I am not filleting Doug.
Well,
so, at least not simultaneously.
So I wanted to bring you in right away because you, as soon as you got here, well, first of all, I feel like I overwhelmed you because you came in and I was...
You tend to do that, Doug.
I was anxiously throwing the movie Bambi on.
Yeah, there's a weird thing when I walked in. Just like very confusing. Your wife has a cast on her foot. There's a mattress in the middle of the room.
Yeah, so Flynn hurt her foot. She severed a tendon possibly, and she's been limping around. So she blew up an air mattress in the middle of the living room because it's just easier for her to like relax on. And
weird stuff when I got in here, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it'd be funny. Like we could obviously have deflated the air mattress, but I thought it'd be funny if we just laid on the air mattress together and recorded the podcast, which we are not doing.
And ate Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah,
Tootsie Pops.
But instead, we're just got our feet up on it. And but yeah, you came in. There's an air mattress. Flynn's limping around, and I'm like, "Hey, shut up! I'm watching Bambi right now."
You're like, I got to write a short story on it later. I was like, what?
Yeah, I guess I didn't even fill you in on what that meant.
Yeah, is that like an adapted short story? I'm confused.
No, I don't even know if I told you. I've been writing these really bizarre short stories that I want to have published in the next, I don't know, 6 months or so, maybe a little bit longer.
What a pitch for the bizarre short stories.
I think
they're not viable.
Anyone that listens to this podcast will love them. They're all over the place. It's really weird shit. But one of them was going to involve Bambi's mom. It's going to get real fucked up. But anyway, you came in and you had been in Vegas over the weekend and you told me a weird story about a bathroom. Take it from here.
Take it from here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a videographer.
What if I was just like, wait, I'm not gonna let you elaborate though. Let's just move on.
That's all, folks.
Mikey had a weird experience in a Vegas bathroom. Anyway, moving on. Dak Prescott.
So I am a videographer. And I was working this cosplay and gaming convention in Las Vegas this weekend.
Okay.
And whatever. I like go in this bathroom and like I'm peeing in a stall, and the person next to me is like, can you please not do that so loud? And I was like, what? And they're like, you could at least like try to make it quieter for the sake of the rest of us. And I was like my pee stream
was too loud.
Was too loud, and it offended this guy.
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone. Like, I've been in a bathroom where I'm like, God, that pee stream is insane.
Yeah.
And, sometimes, your own pee stream, you're like, that's louder than usual.
Well, yeah, when you're like, you have like 5 beers
yeah,
and you
exactly.
race to a bathroom,
yes.
And you're like, oh, look at that thing.
Yeah,
go.
and you're just like, good God. But I've never had anyone complain. If anything, you're like, hey, way to go. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Like, this guy under his breath after he said it, he was like, so fucking gross.
Why would that be weird or uncomfortable?
Who's that
in any
sensitive?
Way? Yeah.
It's a public restroom at the Las Vegas Convention Center.
It's where you go to pee. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I will say that I would rather have to have that guy around while I pee every time than to stare at the clouds with Skip Bayless. That's so stupid.
Imagine if that guy was you're pooping next to that guy.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like,
Because I think he was pooping. Also,
oh man, that's even weirder to me that he's talking to you while he's shitting. To me, that's more disturbing. Oh boy, oh what a character. I'm gonna share a story with you that I don't think you know about.
we're just gonna keep up this train of disturbing stories.
This one's just really bizarre. It's not as disturbing, but yeah, this is a weird story. So, this was, I was much younger. The internet was newer, I guess.
I wish I could see Doug's face as he recalls this.
Yeah, I'm
story
trying
right
to
now.
think about. Oh man, and I have this somewhere
You have
in
like a
this house.
1,000-yard stare. You're just staring into the nothingness.
I was trying to think about what year. I'm guessing early 2000s. Anyway, phone, like, you didn't have. People had phones, and you could do a search on your phone for stuff like Google and shit, but it wasn't an easy task.
Yeah, you had to T9 text it.
Yeah, it was quite a chore, and it would take forever. But anyway, so I around that time, I had this idea and it was just entertaining for my own entertainment. I wasn't recording it. This wasn't on social media or anything. I wasn't a comic yet.
Pre-social media.
Yeah, I was just a jackass, and I went to the University of Texas computer lab where I should be studying, but this is what I would use it for, stuff like this. And I just printed out. I just sat one night for hours and printed out really random shit, like the whole cast of Growing Pains, everything about the show Growing Pains.
Yeah.
Gerbil mating habits, time travel theories, bunch of weird math stuff.
Pineapples.
Yeah, just all this shit, just random things, and I would read through it all, and it was a stack probably like an inch thick of just papers that I printed out, and then I put it all in a brown envelope that just said "My Files" on it, and then I would kind of read over it and study it a little bit, just to where like I would skim it to where I would know a little bit about each thing that I'd printed out.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I were out in public and someone mentioned anything about one of the 200 subjects or more that I had in my files, I would interject as much knowledge about it as possible. And then when they'd be like, "Whoa, where is this coming from?" or "How do you know so much about this?" I'd be like, "Oh, it's all right here in my files." And then I would pull out this giant brown envelope that said "My Files" on it. And they would just look at me like, "What the fuck is up with this guy?" And I would just keep it going, and like I really wouldn't explain why I had the thing called My Files.
Yeah.
And
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, what made it better was at one point I cut myself, and I was drinking one night, so like you're bleeding more when you
Oh, I know.
yeah.
I've
And
been there.
and so I'm bleeding. So I take the blood, and I wrote over where it said "My Files" in my own blood, "My Files," to make it look even crazier. So when I would pull it out now, it was written in blood, "My Files," and people are just like, "Oh God, we got to get away from this guy."
Yeah,
God,
this
it
guy's
was so
literally
fun.
Fucking insane.
And it was so fun for the friends that were like in on it. Whenever I'd bust it out, they were just like, "Oh God, I can't wait for him to fucking do it," because it was just I guess
when someone like rang the bell in your head that you
Yeah.
had that they were talking about one of your files, would you just get giddy with excitement?
oh my God, yes. Oh man,
Like, oh, they're talking about fucking Growing Pains.
I remember there was this bar. I can't remember the name of it, down the street from, actually where I worked close to your sister,
Yeah.
on Guadalupe, where I would go often, and I busted out so many times at that bar. But anyway, I was a weirdo. Still am. I guess nothing changes, but it's just so weird too that like I did so many things like that, and it was not for any sort of like social media acknowledgement. It was just
Yeah.
like, ah man, that was
Just
funny.
for your own joy.
Yeah. I really got into their head.
That's really what it should be about. Social media has kind of watered everything down.
Yeah, it's taking a little bit of the shine from
Remember when
it.
you could just take a shit on a bus bench for fun and not put it on social media?
Man, yeah, those are the good old days.
Yeah.
I mean, we still can.
Yeah. I mean, I
But-
still smoke cigarettes just out of the ashtray of other people, and I don't post about it on my Snapchat or Instagram.
Well, here's the thing though: is like if you take a shit on a park bench now, somebody's gonna post you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then
You're gonna go viral for all the right reasons.
yeah.
But you can't be homeless. You have to be dressed nice and do it. Then, otherwise, it's not cool.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're homeless, that just means you're needy, and no one likes that.
I like these weird rules that we're establishing that make no sense.
Audience retention crashing steadily.
All right, let's jump into the sports world. It's weird, man. So the NFL season is up.
R.I.P. Kobe.
And XFL is here, but Jerry Glanville already he's already down to one headset, so I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch it anymore.
I don't know anything about the XFL.
It's actually really fun.
I was actually thinking about presenting you with XFL tickets. I looked last night to see how much they cost.
Yeah.
$60.
Yeah, somebody said they were like in the front row of one of the games for $25. Like,
well, the
$20
$20 tickets were like general admission, like standing room area.
Whoa.
And where do they even play?
I don't know, but I'd totally be down.
Is it like a professional caliber stadium, or is it
I
like
think
a
so.
high school?
I think it's like a smaller. I think it's maybe where. Oh shit.
Like where the Galaxy play or something?
Yeah. I think so. Not far. It'd
Yeah.
be fun. But what's great about it? My favorite thing is every other play is an interception, which makes it really interesting actually, because it's just going back. It makes it more like basketball because it's just like free flowing. Just you don't know what's gonna happen next. But
so like I when I first read about it like a year ago, I read that like they were trying to like kind of return to form and like old kind of brutish NFL. Like I read somewhere that you could smoke and drink on the field. And I was like really excited about it. And I was like, this is going to be fucking awesome.
See, I wish they would do that. I wish they would let the players, take steroids. They could just all the things that the NFL won't allow.
Exactly. How awesome would it be if they were just drinking and smoking?
That'd be
on the
fantastic. But apparently, and I think they're trying so hard to be a pipeline for the NFL.
Yeah.
So they want to keep
they
it
want
as
a clean
straight as
image.
Yeah. So and the players are also trying to get in. So
and people are just generally healthier now.
But they should have an XXFL, like an extreme football league,
XNFL,
where it's all that.
XFL.
Yeah. It's like the grandchildren of like the old Green Bay Packers that did that before games and during games.
So those people are just like, I look at like a 32-year-old player from the 60s, and they look like they're like 58 years old.
Yeah.
They don't have any teeth. Like they have scars all over their face.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is weird, any old photographs of anybody from that era. My dad sent a photograph of our grandfather a while back, and he was like, I think he was like, hey, how old do you think he is here? And it looks like 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he's like 34 or whatever. You're like, what? It's so weird.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like my photos of my grandparents, they're 20. They look like they're in their like late 40s.
Right. And like people now, when you get older, people are still like pretty hip to what they wear.
What if it's McDonald's? What if that's actually the thing
Keeping
that's
us young?
making us look younger?
Man, my grandma would make us eat a lot of McDonald's, or not make us, but she was like, it was like a treat. So we'd go and get a lot of McDonald's. So maybe that is it.
What a treat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's the XFL, but the NFL's still staying strong. With all these jackasses shows, they keep the NFL topics flowing all damn day. And of course, Dak Prescott is dominating headlines. A very mediocre quarterback is dominating headlines.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
It's like Tebow time all over again.
Yeah. Did you hear Emmett Smith on Dak Prescott and the contract thing?
No.
Emmett was like, Dak needs to take less money so the Cowboys can spend it elsewhere. And he was getting a lot of shit for it because Emmett famously sat out games to get a better contract.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I love Emmett, but
he's a piece of shit.
you can't. Yeah,
you know he's a piece of shit.
You can't do that. Yeah, like I think it's very hypocritical.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I think he's right. I don't think Dak should take all that money because we will be screwed.
What was his original projection? Like week 2 of this last season, it was like. It's like $110 million contract or something like that.
Oh, I don't know what the total is.
It's just wild.
He's looking for like 40 a year or whatever.
Yeah.
But
It was like 110 over like 2 years or something like
Probably.
that.
That sounds about right. But yeah, I think Emmett is wrong because you can't be like, hey, don't do what I did. Like, he has his money now. He's retired.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, he and Michael Irvin kind of have paid roles with the Cowboys.
Mhm.
So that's clearly Jerry Jones talking through Emmett Smith.
I hate Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he's not the best. By the way, there is a great image my friend Ian sent of Jerry Jones. I don't know if you've ever seen the Jerry Jones with the young ladies pictures, but
Like Trump style?
yeah, there's some. But I'm showing Mikey right now one of them. That's a real innocent one. But how drunk does he look in that
He
picture?
looks very drunk.
There's maybe I'll be able to post that, but there's other pictures where he's got young ladies like with their heads against his crotch and stuff. Like he's not too discreet.
Lucky
apparently.
dog.
Oh Jesus, Jerry Jones.
I mean, what else do you do though if you're a billionaire, a Cowboys owner?
Just, try to make the Cowboys
No, I
good.
take that back. Yeah, I would do other things.
But yeah, I think Emmett is wrong and right at the same time. That's a weird thing. I think you shouldn't fuck with another guy's money. It's weird. I want Dak to take less money, but I'm not gonna be upset if he does because
I mean, that's a whole lot of money.
yeah, if that were you and you were like, hey, everybody's saying I should take less money, but all that money is in front of you and you can have it.
Yeah.
Like Jared Goff, all those guys are the highest. It's whoever's up next with their contract in your court. I think they should just fix the system and quarterbacks shouldn't get so fucking much of the cap.
Yeah,
but
that's like if Dave Chappelle's looking at you and he's like, Doug, you need to take less money for this show because we need to bring in better comics.
right.
You're like, fuck you.
If all that money's in front of you, like you're just gonna be like, yeah, I should. I don't know. That's easy for anyone but that person to say. In your head, it's like I want to say that like I'd be like a team player and like yeah, I'll take less money so my friends can get more money.
Yeah.
But then if it's all right there in front of you,
Well, it's like Tom Brady. He never had a fucking mega salary.
yeah. But his
Yeah.
wife has 10 mega salaries.
I know you're a Tom Brady hater, but you got to respect that he didn't go like crazy with his
Yeah.
requests for
Yeah.
money.
No, for sure help the team, but.
He just wants championships. He wants the rings.
Yeah, but again, it's also because his wife is like a billionaire or whatever. So
Yeah.
like, Dak
She
Prescott
made like
is not.
$60 million last year.
Dak Prescott is not married to a supermodel. Another person that wants Dak to take less money is one Skip Bayless, which I found odd. That seems also hypocritical because Skip constantly says he is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, top 5 quarterback. If he's that fucking good, why should he have to take a pay cut?
Yeah.
Because if you're Mahomes, you can carry the team, but you're not. You're Dak Prescott. But he even went so far as to say he's not clutch. He wasn't clutch last year. His playoff record isn't impressive. But every point up until
Mahomes
now,
or
no, Dak.
Okay.
And so like he's only pumped him up as this all-time great quarterback, and now suddenly,
His rookie year though. Yeah.
yeah. Well, this is his best statistical year, but like, it's just weird to me that like he keeps saying he's great, and now that he might take this huge cap hit and take away from the team, he's like, I think he should take less. Why? Is
Yeah.
it maybe because he's not as good as you say he is? You fucking idiot.
Of course, Skip couldn't admit that.
Yeah. Oh no.
He's probably just trying to get Dez back.
Yeah, Dez is trying to come
I
back.
know.
Did you
I
know
keep
that?
seeing a stupid Twitter post.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm better than ever.
God, he's like
He's like in a
begging.
wheelchair.
It's kind of weird. I don't think you're coming
I can
back,
see
buddy.
like the Raiders picking him up.
Yeah. That's actually John Gruden is the perfect candidate for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Skip Bayless gave up on Dak.
Who's
That's what
next?
it looks like. What do you mean? Who's next?
As far as Dallas quarterbacks go.
Oh, well, he thinks Tom Brady. He thinks
Oh,
that is
really?
a real thing. Did you know that Tom Brady is going to the Cowboys, the Chargers, the Raiders, the Titans, and the Colts, and the Patriots?
And the team that has yet to be formed in San Antonio.
Yeah,
right?
it's every analyst has a different definitive. He is for sure
Yeah.
going to whatever team.
Let's be real. He's staying in New England.
I for sure think that's
I
his
think
best bet.
the only case there's ever been.
I don't.
Who's their backup?
Oh God, what's his name? Starts with an ST. Oh damn it! I was gonna say I can't think of it, but
Starts with an ST.
yeah, Steeson or something like that.
Steve?
It's something weird.
His name is Steve.
Stidham, Jared Stidham or something. But
Stidham.
if we don't know his name, he's not good enough to step up and
Yeah,
be the guy.
They're still probably reeling from Garoppolo.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. Belichick can kind of. If Belichick wants to get rid of him, that's the thing.
Belichick always finds people out of nowhere.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he finds a quarterback that goes,
Well, I mean, there's like 40
9-5,
quarterbacks
9-6.
available
Yeah.
in free agency alone and the draft, so could happen. You get Dalton or Newton or Carr or Tannehill or Rivers or Winston
Have
or
you watched
Stafford or
that
Bridgewater.
Trevor Lawrence guy.
Yeah.
College kid. What do you
God,
think
he's
of him?
fun. He's great.
Everyone I don't really. All these people I've read he's the greatest college prospect of all time, and I don't really know how that's quantified, but
It's because of his hair.
yeah, he looks just like the guy
He's got
from
great hair.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah. I think it's just he's like that guy from the Bible, Samson.
Yeah, he uses Head and Shoulders.
Yeah. He's just got powerful locks, and it's going to work. But, man, I think if Tom Brady goes to the Cowboys, I also don't know that makes us winners. There's part of me that's like, hey, it's worth a shot because I don't love Dak.
Yeah.
So if we can get out of the contract of Dak. But the thing with Tom is we better have that next quarterback after
Exactly.
Tom ready to go.
have someone ready for Tom to groom
to bridge to, yeah.
immediately. Also, I see best case scenario it being a Peyton Manning kind of situation. 3 more years, maybe he wins one. The other 2
Yeah.
years are just atrocious.
Yeah. But, hey, man, if you won a Super Bowl.
I guess
it's
Peyton
all
Manning went
worth
to
it.
2, won 1.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But that Super Bowl, he got crushed 52-7. I was at that Super Bowl.
You were there?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I was a Denver fan at the time. It was really disappointing.
Yeah, that was not
I
a
went to
good
the
game.
AFC Championship. They beat the Patriots, and then they got spanked by Seattle.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was kind of went quickly.
Yeah,
It was not
that's what she said.
yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, if it's 2 bad seasons, 1 Super Bowl season, it's totally worth it. But then again, the problem is to be without a quarterback after that, you're kind of fucked. That's like everybody's saying the argument of Tannehill or Brady on the Titans. I feel like you'd want to take Tannehill because he had a good season, and on top of that, he's younger. Because Brady could fucking fall off next year. We don't know.
Is Tannehill? He's not staying with the Titans.
He's a free agent, so he can go wherever.
Titans got to re-sign him.
I would imagine, but
Yeah.
if it sounds like they are one of the people that are trying real hard to get Tom.
What an upset with the Ravens.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, I don't know. Lamar's so fun to watch. I did kind of want to see him keep going, but I was glad Mahomes got it. But
Yeah.
oh,
Skip was stoked about that, I'm sure.
yeah, Skip argues that Dallas. He thinks it all makes sense for Brady to go to the Cowboys. He said, Dallas, the city itself, came out of nowhere. He was like, you think about the major cities. New York, what does it have near it? A body of water. L.A., body of water. Chicago, body of water. Dallas is just this thriving city, no body of water around it. This was in the argument he had.
There are plenty of landlocked cities that are thriving. You know?
Yeah, and then he said,
There's also a very large river that runs through Dallas.
yeah, and they also have really neat uniforms, and they were the first to really utilize the sexy cheerleaders. So Brady's taking all this into consideration.
That's why my mom likes different teams. She's like, they're the first to have cheerleaders.
Yeah,
They're landlocked and
God.
they're pretty and they have pretty uniforms.
I'm sure Tom Brady is at a computer right now Googling the histories of the city to see
Yeah.
who has the richest history.
He's like, where to go mountain biking?
Yeah.
Where not to kayak?
Yeah. Where are the best trails? Oh man. I don't.
Landlocked came out of nowhere. that's the most asinine thing I've ever heard.
The one argument that they kind of do have going for them is that our division is kind of weak. Like the Giants and Eagles, or Giants and Redskins, you don't have to worry about, but you do have to worry about the Eagles, and he would automatically be not as good as Carson Wentz. So you're not the best quarterback in the.
Carson Wentz is a ginger in the end. I mean, I have a red beard, so I can say it, but all gingers go to hell.
Oh man, you heard it here first.
Mikey's going to hell someday for having
No,
a red
just your
beard.
chin. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't think the Cowboys definitively win if we get Tom Brady.
The Cowboys never definitively win.
No.
I think probably Jerry Jones wants one more just so he can go ahead and die.
Yeah, no, he talks about his death all the time, or like that he doesn't have a lot of time left. which
Yeah, I
is-
know. It's kind
It's
of
pretty
weird.
morbid and strange.
Yeah.
But he finds Jerry Jones' ways of talking about it. It's real cryptic and southern and strange.
Yeah.
I've only got 6 legs left on this cricket. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what? What does that mean?
Yeah.
No, we don't know what that means.
I'm working on my 8th life right now from Cat Lives or whatever. However that goes.
I can only play so many violins in this lifetime. I don't know. These are all terrible examples.
Yeah. I was about to put out another one, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, we were not good at the first one. We shouldn't have rattled off more examples. But yeah, with Tom Brady going to free agency, it's weird that like I was looking at like who's out there, and it's weird that his name is the big name, but I would probably honestly take Cam Newton, Derek Carr, Tannehill, Stafford if he goes out, and probably even Bridgewater. And I know like
there's
it's
a lot of big names there.
yeah, like Brady's just I don't know. It's hard because he's done so much, but
Read me
that's
those names
what he,
one more time.
Cam Newton, Derek Carr, Tannehill,
Carr has to get re-signed.
Stafford, Bridgewater. I don't know. They don't. They're flirting with Tom Brady.
Everyone's flirting with Tom Brady.
Yeah,
apparently.
Derek Carr is. He's one of those quarterbacks where it's like Kirk Cousins with the Redskins, where they're just like, yeah, we can do better publicly. They just keep saying that. and he's just like, fuck my
His
team.
confidence is going down.
Yeah, he's gonna end up.
He's one of the weirdest players. Like he's outrageously good sometimes.
He had that like almost MVP season, then he got hurt, and
Yeah.
then nothing.
That was probably like 2014.
Yeah, and then they got the offensive genius of John Gruden, and he hasn't been the same since.
Yeah.
John Gruden has 18 years left on his contract, by the way.
Jesus.
That's what it feels like.
How much is he getting paid? He's getting
100
paid.
mil
Wow.
guaranteed.
To
There's
do
also
absolutely nothing.
there's also Andy Dalton. Jameis Winston had eye surgery, so maybe he's suddenly going to be better.
I hate Jameis Winston.
Yeah, he's not the best, but
He's a terrible person too.
yeah. What if though his eye surgery makes him suddenly like finally
Only
good?
throw 20 interceptions this season.
What if he's worse?
Didn't he have like 43 picks this year or something?
30. I think he was 30-30.
Like that? Yeah.
But what if he threw 50 interceptions next year?
Well, it's like Brett Favre was like one of the best, but he would throw 45 interceptions in
Yeah.
a season.
Jeff George. Josh Rosen will be out there. That talk about the weirdest fucking career ever. But you know who's really gonna do it? Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford's gonna get
He's gonna get an $80 million contract.
yeah, 40th contract. People are gonna be like, what?
He's gonna get $60 million guaranteed over 4 years. Bounce around 5 different teams.
He's still out there, right? Wasn't he on the Cardinals or
He's made
something?
like $100 million having played like 10 games in the NFL.
yeah,
Yeah.
10 not
that guy,
great games.
that guy is the real goat.
yeah,
because
man.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
no
have to do
shit.
shit.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah, we should
I wonder
start
if he even
that
wants to
campaign.
play now.
Yeah, keep getting that money.
Because he's like, people are gonna know I'm not that good if I go out and play.
God, that guy looks so stupid. He does not look bright.
Looks like a goat.
So with the NFL being over, those are the big stories: Brady and Dak and contracts, and the CBA. But who gives a shit talking about the CBA,
What's that?
the collective bargaining agreement, and all the
I
fight.
thought that was the Canadian Basketball Association.
Yeah, let's dive in, you guys. Now I guess there's a bunch of infighting, but who cares about that shit? Guys, just get your shit together. But hey, that's good for the XFL. If the NFL doesn't get their shit together, they're like, please fuck this up.
I don't think there's anything that will save the XFL at this point.
Yeah.
It will die, and
I mean, if Glanville puts his second headset back on, that's the best.
another
bet.
10 years, it's like Dana White or someone's gonna be like, let's bring it back.
Yeah.
You know?
So with the NFL being over, with the NBA being up, pretty much all people like Skip Bayless talk about is that LeBron James sucks, which is a hard topic to continue to cover.
Especially when he's just dominating.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good season, guys.
Yeah. Skip's like, he played 3 minutes longer than he should have,
Yeah, exactly.
trying to pad his stats. What a selfish fucking idiot.
And then if he plays 3 minutes under, he's like, he didn't play enough.
Yeah.
And
The guy is 38 years old, and he's only playing.
Yeah, he needs to be more selfish. He's too dominant to not be selfish.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Did you hear that he cried when Kobe died? It's not right.
It shows that he's weak. But one prediction or one statement that I thought was so funny, Colin Cowherd said that people are stupid. I don't think he's used the word stupid, but I'm going to say it. He said that people are stupid for saying there's no parity in the NBA, like there's not enough teams, the championship's not going around enough teams kind of thing. Because like in the NFL, the Patriots are kind of always there, but everybody has a chance basically. Yeah. And there's so many worst to first every year. There's like one team that like the Niners, they didn't have a quarterback the year before, but
it's like the Titans.
Yeah.
The Jets.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not quite. But
the Jaguars.
Hey, Buffalo kind of came back. But he was like going on this like pedestal about that. And then he said, look at the last, I thought this was so aggravating. Look at the last 12 championships. He said there have been 8 different winners. And if you go down, I'll read them out. Last year was Toronto, but Clay went down like it was a disaster.
There's an asterisk.
Yeah, there's a big asterisk. That should have been the Warriors. Had the Warriors won, then the Warriors won the year before, and then the year before that. Then the year before that, it was the Cavaliers.
Right? Yeah.
Then the year before that, the Warriors. So it would have been right now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 Cavs. Then the Spurs got one in. Then the Heat twice with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well count that as the Cavs. That's what people are talking about with no parity. Then the Mavs, which is the one outlier, which God bless, the best championship of all time. Then 2 Lakers and a Celtics. Fan? Oh yeah, fucking love the Mavs.
What was that? Jason Terry? What's he up to?
Oh God, love that guy. He's probably still playing.
I remember him getting a championship tattoo that they had won before they played game 1, and I was like, what an idiot. And then they won, and I was like, fuck you, Jason Terry.
But beyond year 12, there's a reason he went to year 12 and not beyond that. After that, it's Spurs, Heat, Spurs, Pistons, Spurs, Lakers, Spurs, Bulls, Rockets, Bulls. It's
all the way back
Pistons,
to the beginning
Pistons,
of the NBA.
Lakers, Celtics. It's fucking crazy. There's no parity in the NBA. It's all just.
If that's how it's always been, why change it?
Yeah, like for a long time there wasn't free agency, but the teams, everybody. I guess it was just.
Well, it's like so sweet now that Golden State is just getting dominated. It's like such a relief because like I had to stomach them winning for so many years.
Yeah, and
but now that they're bad, it's like everyone's so happy that they're bad.
Right.
It kind of just furthers everything.
I like Golden State, but I get bored with any fucking dynasty unless it's the Cowboys. But I'm glad they're it's.
You hate Tom Brady because they're a dynasty.
Exactly. It's boring. Well, and they cheat, and he sucks. But
you like Golden State?
No, I liked them until they started winning all the fucking time, and then it's like, all right, we know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
It really was boring before the NBA season started, where it was like, all right, is it gonna be the Cavs or the fucking Warriors? And you knew probably the Warriors, for years. So
yeah, that Cavs championship was a hell of a.
That was fun to watch.
Oh, they were down 3-1.
Yeah, good lord. Speaking of that team, Kyrie Irving was voted as the vice president of the Players Association or whatever. And I don't know if you know this, but he's a crazy person.
Yeah, I've heard. He believes some things that are kind of counter.
Yeah, he believes in a flat Earth and
A fat Earth.
a fat Earth.
He's part of the Fat Earth
He
Society.
believes in a fat ass Earth.
That'd be a great counter to the Flat Earth Society. People that like believe the Earth is round just call it the Fat Earth.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
It was funny.
What's wrong with believing the Flat Earth? Because
Hey man, you know nothing really.
yeah, I mean,
This just turns into a completely different podcast.
Flat Earth speculating with Doug Meller. What's your middle name?
Kyle.
Whoa.
He sounded so disappointed.
Yeah, I am.
Shut
up, Kyle.
Doug Kyle.
All right, sorry. Continue.
So yeah, Kyrie. So on First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, they debated this and Max Kellerman was just saying like, you guys know he's crazy, right? And he brought up the flat Earth thing, and they're like, I think he's just saying stuff, and it's like, yeah, he's saying crazy things.
Yeah.
Like, how are you defending that? They're like, he's actually a real deep thinker. And I'm like, flat Earth, that's not a deep thinking. That's the opposite of deep
he
thinking.
sounds like a fucking like stoner idiot.
Yeah. And I've heard other conversations, and I couldn't find the example, but I remember this other example years ago where he went in the locker room and asked this coach this weird thing, and he was talking about how deep it was, and it was like, that's not deep, dude. Like, it was real weird, but
What kind of what?
I can't remember. It was
He's like,
something
hey-
like the flat Earth.
He's
But
like, hey man, how long you think it takes a Frito to get soggy?
yeah,
Soak in
yeah,
water.
it's exactly what you were saying, like stoner talk, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, dude, come on.
How long you think a Cheeto retains its rigidity if you dip it in milk?
But anyway, I don't know if you want a flat Earth or standing up for your rights.
I mean, I gotta say those guys do have balls though to come out and admit that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means anything, but
Oh, about the flat Earth.
yeah.
I don't think that he thinks. If you believe it, you don't realize how stupid it is. That's the problem.
Yeah, like a well-known church down the street of here. Delete.
I heard Jason Whitlock. They were talking about. Sorry, it's a grim subject, but they were talking about Kobe's memorial or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the question posed to the group was, what do you think of when you think of Kobe's legacy? And I mean, wouldn't you think of like him kissing the championship trophy or something like that? Bro?
Yeah, I mean, I think about his Mamba face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and no, Jason Whitlock said the helicopter crash. Which, sorry to laugh at that, but what are you talking about? That's not what the question was asked. I don't think when you're asked like about somebody's legacy, you're not just like, it's how they
I
died.
think about how they died. Yeah, exactly.
And I think by the end of the segment, I think a producer yelled in his ear and was like, hey, you got to fix that.
You're a fat idiot.
Because he was just like, so I need to say something. I meant this, and it didn't clear it at all. He was like, when JFK died, I thought of the assassination as his legacy. And I'm like, all right, that doesn't help anything.
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
That's not a legacy. Are you doing the combine this year? The NFL combine's starting.
Like, am I participating?
Yeah,
in it?
yeah. Are you going to be in it? Are we going to a team?
I mean, I ate over 20 chicken sandwiches this weekend, so I think I'm ready for it.
Hey, that's like the bench press reps. You'd kill it.
Yeah. Except my muscles are in atrophy right now, so I don't know. I'm down. I'm down to throw down. It's like a Mark Wahlberg kind of situation, right? They're like looking for people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
In case they don't sign the CBA stuff. They don't agree on it.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Chris Jones his dick popping out video from the
Who?
combine? Chris Jones from the Chiefs was running.
That was a big
Yeah, he's got a big old dick that came out.
big old hog.
He was running the 40 at the combine, and towards the end of it, his dick pops out.
Really?
So he dives onto the ground trying to he didn't know what else to do. He panicked, so he just fell into it. Like he kind of
Yeah.
pretended like he tripped, but really he was just trying to cover the fact that his dick
Towards
was out.
ACL ends his career.
Yeah. Oh God, what if he?
What happened? Did he cover it up, or did it
He
look,
just-
look dumb?
No, the video is out there. You see his dick pop out, and it's like flopping around for it's like a split second, So it was actually a brilliant move. Like maybe teams were like, the Chiefs were like, hey, that shows like he thinks on his head, thinks on his feet.
So he doesn't have too much confidence.
But he knew like, I don't know what else to do. I'll just pretend.
Was he like,
And
did he
fell.
dive through the finish line or did he like dive like mid
I
40?
think he made it right past and then dove after. But yeah, maybe he did.
Why didn't he
That's
just
a
use
good
his
question.
hand to tuck his dick back into his pants?
I think he was he was hoping no one saw it, maybe, because it was so quick. But
Hard to miss though, huh?
here, I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna play it for you, and then get your take.
All right.
And we're back. We just looked at her dick and balls.
How did his dick and balls come out?
I don't know. Everything.
And where
came
did they
out.
even come out of?
Well, I think he said he was wearing boxers, and that was his mistake. And he said for kids running the combine this year or whatever, he was like, "Do it balls out."
Sports Illustrated has an article. The headline is "Forever Scarred by His Disastrous Wardrobe Malfunction in Front of NFL Personnel and Scouts." Just another chapter in Chris Jones' story.
God, they make it sound so serious.
Yeah.
I saw him today.
His
just
12-inch
making-
dong flopped out in front of a national audience.
So embarrassed of my huge
I never have
cock.
to pay for another drink again.
He also I saw the opposite of that. I saw a video where he's laughing about it. He said he would do it all over again.
Here's a direct quote from him. Right under that headline, it says, "My dick came out."
Oh yeah, that's what he says at the end of the video. When he gets up, he goes, "My dick came out," and he's laughing. I
Yeah.
don't think he's scarred. That is embarrassing though if you're trying to like sign with a team. But boy, God bless him. He's an
I'm
angel.
sorry to keep busting in here,
No,
but I
no.
got to read the first sentence of this article. now.
Yeah.
Those 4 words, mouthed by defensive lineman Chris Jones after he finished his 40-yard dash at last year's NFL Combine, confirmed to all of his worried supporters watching at a sports bar back in Mississippi that, yes, they did just see what they thought they'd seen.
God, why try to make that serious? His pee-pee fell out,
Some
you guys.
hack writer at Sports Illustrated just wrote 1,000 words on this guy's dick.
Oh, my God. Well, I mean, it'd be easy to do. It's a big dick.
Yeah. Font size 14, you could fit at least 1,000 words on that dick.
Now, got to bring it up, man. I was so frustrated when you came over. I was going to show this to you, but unless it's back up again, Antonio Brown is back with a new music video, and we've watched a couple of them together, but it disappeared, and I'm so upset.
Dear God.
Because he posted it. I watched it. It was terrible. And, yeah, it's still gone. So upset. He also posted that he's opening a fitness place called 84/7.
What?
84/7.
What does that mean?
Like 24-hour fitness, I guess.
I know, but
24/7.
what is 84?
His jersey number is 84. So
Oh, my God.
I guess it's like.
I forgot we were talking about Antonio Brown for a
Yeah.
second. I was
Oh.
like, that's like... Okay, that's really stupid.
Yeah. So, but it sucks. So this music video, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about it, and see what you think. It was 5 minutes long. Again, he can't really sing or rap. He just kind of talks
Yeah.
to a beat. And by the way, he in several other tweets suggests to people to throw him lines to use and beats. So does he even write or do any of the stuff for these, or are people just giving him stuff? But the way
They're like, I got a great line for you. I got a whole lot of money.
yeah,
Here's a beat.
and then he's like, just say that over and over again
Yeah,
for a
he's like,
minute
you
and
got
a half.
girls with bags on their heads? Let's film a music video.
So it was called Runnin', I believe. And wait, actually, I'm going to pause it because I remember the name. It's Runnin'. Hold on. I'm going to see if it's out there. 2 seconds. Wow, guys. There's a lot to unpack now. We just watched the video.
I think it was like 8 minutes long.
Yeah, it was 5 minutes, like 16 seconds or something. It needs
Stand
about...
corrected.
Yeah, it's about 15 seconds of any kind of actual material, or I don't know what you want to call
3
it.
minutes of him saying, grabbing my guitar.
All I need is my guitar. I think that's what he's saying. All I need is my guitar. And grab me both, maybe?
I think variations on
Yeah.
with guitar being the keyword.
Yeah, it feels like it's this weird story about a guy that's broken, but he's going to be fine as long as he has his guitar, which he cannot play.
Yeah,
Like-
it showed him playing it a few times. It was like Lil Wayne playing guitar.
Yeah.
It was bad.
He cannot play the guitar. It was also in the middle. Oh, there was a great line that said, I'm sitting like hot sauce. Does that make any sense to you? Is that a thing?
No, you know that girl Stephanie Stephanie is
Yeah,
his
that's
girlfriend?
featured in it. That's his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is that the one that he yells at over their kids, or is that a
I
different?
don't know. There's this article that says people are destroying Antonio Brown and his girlfriend Stephanie in her new Instagram comments.
Wow. Oh man. On top of everything else in this video, in the middle of the whole 5 minutes, he stops and he plugs a scooter store. He like literally the music stops and he was like, such and such scooters, best scooters around.
Yeah,
or
like
something.
who plugs a scooter store or a scooter rental place?
I
don't
wonder
get it.
if that was part of the agreement. Like, hey, let us use your scooters, which they use one scooter for 2 seconds, and I'll plug your scooter store in the middle of my video.
Yeah,
And he did. It's already got 96,000 hits in 7 hours. So,
that was bizarre.
but yeah, so there was that.
That guy's scooters are flying off the shelf right now.
Yeah. Oh man, that guy retired already this afternoon.
Yeah.
And then on top of all that, I was thinking, so he keeps plugging that he's gonna have 28 tracks on this new album. Meanwhile, like, it's easy to make a track if you're asking people for beats and lines. They send you stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's making them beats, but it's pretty easy to make content if you're just gonna talk nonsense
Yeah.
over a beat.
I need my guitar.
Because he's not really singing or rapping. It's something in between.
Yeah.
And then on
You
top,
think I can play a second of it?
probably. I'm
It has
sure.
1.8 thousand thumbs up and 4.6 down.
Wow.
So I'm gonna play just a second of it for the people.
Yeah. Here's some brilliance. Get ready for it. You might want to skip to some stuff since it's probably 10 minutes of that. And then it's 3 minutes of that. That's the next 3 minutes. And then at one point he's seriously just like, hey, buy this guy's scooter.
Yeah.
It feels like it's just documenting a man and his struggles with CTE. That's
Yeah.
all this is. It's kind of sad, but it's also
Yeah.
very funny.
All I need is my brain. He needs to start dropping tracks daily, which I guess.
I mean,
already
he
does.
is. Like, yeah, he's got 28 tracks on the album. That's really about 4 albums worth of music.
Yeah.
On top of that, I was wondering, like, once it comes out, okay, do you think, as I'm watching this, I was so entertained by this thought, do you think he's going to do any live performances? And if he does, can he...
Will he do the Super Bowl halftime show?
No. Oh, my God. I was just wondering, like, if he were to, like, put on a concert in L.A., I mean, we would for sure go. There's that.
Yeah.
We are definitely going to that. But let's say he does. Would he be able to play any of these back? Because this doesn't feel like lyrics. It really just feels like he's making shit up as he goes along.
Yeah. He'll just be like, I'm on stage in LA.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. I feel like he would just say the things. He clearly was thinking about a guitar while he was doing this.
Chick-fil-A.
His scooters. Oh man, I don't think
By
it
the
would
way, guys,
happen.
get Pink's hot dogs. They're the best hot dogs in LA.
Anyway, back to whole lot of money. Anyway, that's enough on that.
After this podcast, let's see if he's gonna tour at any point soon.
That's a good.
I'd go
good
as far
call.
as Delaware to see him.
Oh my God, we just put credit cards down and go to fucking Delaware
Yeah.
to see Antonio Brown perform. Well, all right, guys, that was fun. Check out Antonio Brown's new music video. Oh boy, I mean, it's got a lot of hits.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, now I want to do a deep dive into all this stuff because it's entertaining in the pure what the fuck is going on value of it.
It wouldn't be Mikey on this podcast unless I threw out a different podcast idea and made a joke about starting a podcast on that. So I think we should start an Antonio Brown podcast.
Yeah, I've actually, that was an idea during all this because we've kind of talked about it a lot on here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we keep tabs on him. But it would have been funny to start when this all started.
We're a little late, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little too late because it's kind of
he's
winding
already on
down.
his redemption arc.
Yeah, exactly. He's going through on his apology tour and all that.
Yeah.
He's still crazy because he's still putting this kind of shit out every 10 seconds. But Yeah, it would have been interesting to do a short Antonio Brown. Anyway, we missed out, but you kind of had it here. Anyway, guys, go check it out. It's a lot of fun? Question mark. It's weird.
Asterisk.
Yeah. All right, time for our favorite part, starting a rumor, guys. Do you want to go first? You got a rumor?
Well, I recently saw the movie Jojo Rabbit,
Yeah,
and
it's a great film.
yeah, great movie. But I heard that Taika Waititi actually took his inspiration from Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless has an imaginary friend who's Adolf Hitler, but
Oh, wow.
instead of learning his lesson at the end of the movie and kicking Hitler out of his life, Skip Bayless really takes Hitler's opinion and runs with it.
Oh, wow.
So Hitler's actually the one who was making all these calls
Huh.
week to week.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was loosely based on it. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So Skip Bayless has his imaginary friend is also, I mean, he probably also has a Tom Brady, but then he also has a little Adolf running around.
Yeah, yeah.
That's wild.
Apparently he has a swastika on the tip of his penis.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah.
You like,
I mean, the big news coming out of
oh God, I am unfortunately picturing a penis with a swastika on the end. Whew.
I hear just like his dickhead is actually just a tattoo of Adolf Hitler's face. So
Oh man, that's crazy.
when he gets a boner, it's just like a little Hitler standing up.
Wow, my rumor is so boring now. My
I
rumor.
heard he likes blow pops.
My rumor was simply that Skip Bayless paid to have Bruce Wayne's parents killed. So on the one hand, it's cool because Skip technically created Batman,
Yeah.
but on the other hand, it's not cool because he's caused that guy so much pain. So I'll just say, go get him, Batman.
Yeah. Please,
But,
Bruce, do us all a favor.
But that's pretty
Kill
boring
someone
after
for
we're
once.
talking about dickhead tattoos, you know?
Yeah.
God, can you imagine the pain of that?
I mean, you don't have one?
Yeah, I've got a lot of on my on my dickhead.
No, I can't imagine. Like, it's already like a tattoo on the inside of my arm and on my chest, on my thigh didn't feel great.
Yeah.
But the tip of my penis.
I mean, I've pressed really hard with a pen on the tip of my penis.
I mean, I've just put it between like my thumb and my index finger and just squeezed the hell out of it before.
Just for fun, yeah.
Yeah, just to see if I used to think that's how one masturbated. So until I was 22, I would just squeeze the shit out of my penis and blood came out sometimes.
Oh, what a way to wind down the podcast.
Hey guys, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Airs World.
Hey, come check me out if you're in the Austin area. I will be at the Velveeta Room this weekend
Sounds
with
delicious.
my favorites, Amber Bixby and Avery Moore. It's gonna be a real fun show. I'm also, I can announce this. A little nervous because it's not still cranking this material out, but I am recording an EP with Stand Up Records on May 29th in Houston. I've got a bunch of dates in between, but I'm excited for this. I'm recording, I've still got Fart Safari 3 is dropping. It's still being edited and all that stuff. We're still kicking it around, but that'll come out before too long. And then in between that and the next full length stand up album, I've got an EP we're gonna record that's all about my really crazy, fun, and bizarre honeymoon and some of the weirdest stories from it. So it's gonna be real interesting. There's a lot of crazy shit that went down. That you guys are going to enjoy. So May 29th at the Secret Group in Houston. But in the meantime, I'm at the Valve this weekend, 28th and 29th, 9 o'clock on Friday, 9/11 on Saturday. And I will be, working on doing some of that material, plus just a tiny bit of Fart Safari 3, and then a lot of new stuff from the upcoming, all the albums or whatever.
You got a lot on your plate.
I have maybe bitten off more than I can chew with jokes lately, but
I've done that with life in general. I feel
Yeah.
like right now, y'all can't see me right now, but I literally look like I'm about to die.
I'm a little worried about Mikey.
Doug paused the episode earlier. He's like, "Hey, are you good?
Yeah,
You don't look right. You don't really look that good."
just making sure you're alive. You look very pale.
It's like my eyes keep sticking together when I blink. It's weird.
Oh,
It's
that's
weird.
not good.
Yeah, there's just all these weird things going on with my body right now.
You ate a lot of Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, so that might be it.
I was crying now.
Well, Mikey's crying. But yeah, the material. I'm excited for it. It's so much new stuff, and I'm really, really happy with all of it. But can't wait to drop a lot of that new shit for you guys in Austin this weekend. Anyway, come check that out. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Mikey. That was really fun.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Well, let's go get penis head tattoos now.
If I live through the night, I'm down.
All right. Peace. Later. See you next week.
69th Base with Doug Millard was recorded in front of a live studio audience presented by Hormel Chili Radio Productions.